Allison Bailey co-founded LGBT Alliance, which is an organisation that campaigns specifically for the rights of lesbian, gay and bisexual people. And they particularly oppose Stonewall, one of the biggest LGBT plus charities, position on gender self-identification, transgender rights. And what the Stonewall position is that anybody, regardless of their biology, should be able to self-identify as a biological sex that is opposite to the one that they were born to. So a man could effectively say that they are a woman and have access to the same rights, protections and spaces as women. And LGBT Alliance, part of the range of different things that they advocate for, one of the things is that they oppose that policy. And when they launched, Allison Bailey said that gender extremism has met its match. And this is the tweet, among other things, that caused controversy and led to some complaints by her barristers' chambers, Garden Court chambers, and led to an investigation. And this is what prompted Allison Bailey to effectively sue them for discrimination. And as has been revealed yesterday at midday, she has won that case against Garden Court chambers. She lost, however, against Stonewall. She alleged that they had breached the Equality Act over their involvement with the Garden Court chambers. But many people still see it as a significant victory in relation to bringing awareness, the experiences that many women are having to face, for effectively holding views that seemingly, according to most polls and social attitude surveys, is the mainstream viewpoint from the British public. So it is a victory for many gender-critical feminists.
So I want to suck my teeth. It's ridiculous that we should even have to defend or fight that position, or that you should be vilified for expressing something that is clearly obvious.
Yeah, it should be pointed out that she didn't win her case against Stonewall, although she did win against her chambers in certain aspects. Stonewall have, of course, released a statement in light of this saying, we're pleased that the Employment Tribunal has ruled in a decision that Stonewall has not been found to have instructed, caused or induced Garden Court chambers to discriminate against Allison Bailey. Obviously, their PR machine will very much be saying, see, this has got nothing to do with us, and, that they're not at fault, basically. How do you square that circle in saying, well, this is a victory against Stonewall when it's actually legally not, so to speak?
Well, I think that Stonewall has come under increasing scrutiny over the last couple of years for their infamous, some might say, Diversity Champion scheme, which is a workplace diversity scheme over LGBT issues. And many organisations, including many organisations within the government and so on, have recently pulled out of that scheme, claiming that it's either it's not actually delivering.
It's divisive. It's
exactly, but also potentially hostile to different viewpoints. Up until very recently, Stonewall had a policy of no debate when it came to gender self-identification and trans issues. And many people thought that how can you have such influence over government policy, oftentimes behind closed doors, away from democratic scrutiny, without actually being able to discuss these ideas out in the open and in public. And also the BBC did a podcast on Stonewall, which actually revealed a lot of those challenges and difficulties that many people are experiencing in relation to their schemes also. So it has come under greater scrutiny for a lot of its policies. And in that sense, many are seeing that the discussions that have been had about Stonewall's influence on Garden Court chambers has been brought to light in ways that otherwise wouldn't have had if Allison Bailey didn't take that particular legal action. But she's had support from many different people across the political spectrum, including J.K. Rowling, who described her as a heroine. And this is only one case out of a series of cases that have happened over the last few years. We had the Maya Forstater case very recently, which protected gender-critical beliefs as a philosophical belief.
Yeah.
And also we had another one that's coming up very soon by James S.S., which will also be looking at this same subject.